Wow. Just look at the view. Amazing. Like if you have ever been to Trivandrum, if you have ever been to Kerala, you should definitely come to this place. I know most of you come to Varkala, most of you go to the Patmanabha Swami temple or maybe some other beaches, but this is called Edava beach. This is right next to Varkala cliff, just like 2 or 3 kilometers away from Varkala cliff. Never ever miss out. This is the most stunning place. Just have a look at it. Ain't that amazing? The view is spectacular, just like the Tiger Sport 660. Look at the view, look at the aesthetics. Amazing. There's none other than Tiger 660 that you can take to travel to places like this. This is a sports tourer, right? What do you mean by sports tourer? It's something that you have the sportiness in it and that can be used for touring purposes with those top boxes, side panniers, the way the suspension works, the road, the tires, how well it works on the road, right? So today I'm going to talk about my Tiger 660. It's been 2 years since I completed or I've been owning this beauty, right? So let's have a quick look. Let's talk about Tiger 660. When I chose or when I decided to buy a new bike, what I wanted was the sportiness. But along with that, I wanted to travel. I wanted to travel all across India, right? So the touring capability of the bike that I'm going to select was very important for me. I wanted the highway cruising. This bike can easily cruise somewhere around 160, 170 without sweating. Plus, I wanted to carry my stuff. I wanted panniers. I wanted the top box, and I didn't want it to have that extra grills, which look bulky. So this one, in this, if you look at the pictures or the videos, you can see that the panniers go along with the bike and the top box. You can literally carry all your stuff. Recently, I went to Bangalore. I traveled to Bangalore. That's around 750 kilometers from Trivandrum. Started somewhere around 4:40 in the morning, and we reached around 9 p.m. in the night in Bangalore. The entire day we were riding, and the seating, that's most important, the buffeting and the seating, right? So seating, I did not have any issues. In the beginning, when we started the ride, we took breaks like every 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Then every 1 hour we started taking break. But still, I have to say, amazing seating. But it takes some time to settle in. We have to give somewhere around 2,000 kilometers for the seat to settle in. Then the wind buffeting, it does a great job, but still it hits at the top. We can add an extension for that. And the road tires, it comes with Michelin Road 5. What can I say? One of the best tires, road tires that you have. Not good for gravel or off-roading, but for touring, there's nothing better than Road 5s or 6. So that's about the touring capability. Do not get me wrong when I say this is a touring capable bike, or don't get distracted by this top box and panniers and think that this is an ADV. It looks like an ADV, but this is a beast. It's a sporting machine. It comes with 80 bhp and 64 newton meter torque. And in that, out of that 64 newton meter torque, almost 80% of it is available from 4,000 range, and rest available from 6,500 RPM. The moment you cross that 4,000 RPM, this starts flying. And that's a definitely different feeling. You should definitely check this out. Now, to back that up, this comes with 660cc Inline-Triple. Now, this 660 is straight out of the old Daytona 675. Now, that's not the same engine, but it is a refined or detuned 675 Inline-Triple that comes with Daytona. That's been adjusted in a way that it will go well along with, sorry, I got distracted by the car. So it goes, it is refined in a way that it is suitable for the touring purpose and not for a track purpose, so that you can extract more mileage out of it. And now talk about mileage, you get somewhere around 22 to 25 kilometers per liter when you do highway cruising, and in city you get somewhere around 18 for a 660cc with 80 bhp. That's amazing, right? Now to back that up, you have a Nissan calipers that comes in front, you have a twin disc brakes that comes in the front and single rotor in the back. Even with the 660 cc and 80 bhp and all this luggage and all this stuff, when I go for touring, it gives an impressive amount of mileage. Trust me, I get somewhere around 25 kilometers mileage when I go from here to my hometown, which is around 200 kilometers. That's not even proper like 6 lane or 2 lane highway. That's like normal highway, right? And if even if you're traveling, even when I went to Bangalore, again I got somewhere around 23 kilometers per liter. But in city, in a stop-go traffic, you can get somewhere around 16 to 18 kilometers mileage, or 18 to 20, up to 20 you can get based on the amount of traffic that you have. The most important question, or the most common question that I get is, apart from mileage, is the service cost, right? Now, this is something that's very affordable. I won't call it a super bike. This is a middleweight bike. So it's a middleweight tourer sports machine, which is most affordable when it comes to service. Now, first service, once you take the bike, the first service happens at 1,000 kilometers, just like every vehicle. In that, they do the basic oil change and all those stuff. For that, I think they charged me somewhere around 8,000 rupees. And then after 1 year, then the service is every 1 year or 16,000 kilometers. So there they charge me around 7,500 rupees. That includes the oil change and oil filter change, not air filter change. Air filter is the next expense that I had. No, see, then for entire year, I did not have any other expense apart from the oil top up, right? That's something that you need to do. I'll come to air filter. So the way you ride, how you ride, and how pure your air filter is, based on that, you might have to check your oil levels every 1,000 or 2,000 kilometers, and based on that, you might have to top up. So I use Castrol Power One Ultimate 10W50, because that's the one my SC used for in this bike. So I'm continuing that. I'm not changing it. So some people complain about this oil burning. That's mainly happens because of your air filter or the way you ride. If you, as I said, above 4,000, the it uses all the 64 Newton-meter torque, right? And that literally burns the oil because of the compression ratio and all those stuff. So along with that, you have to make sure that your air filter is in proper state. Every 6 months, I would suggest every 6 months, just go to SE and check the oil levels and the air filter and the brakes and the fluids and everything, just to make sure that everything is fine. Because this is a high-speed vehicle, and you probably ride it at high speed, and you need to make sure that the brake pads are in proper state and the oil levels are, or the fluids are in proper state. So in a year, I spent somewhere around 8,000 rupees for service. For air filter, I did change it recently after 1.5 years. Again, at first year service, we did open it and cleaned it. Then after 6 months or 7 months, I had to change it because it was in a very bad state. So I did cover somewhere around 10,000 kilometers by that time. So every 10,000, probably you will have to change your air filter based on how dusty your condition is. That's about the air filter. Then the other expense that can come across to you is the brake pads. Right now, I have completed around 11,000 kilometers, and the brake pads are due to change. So the front and the rear, that changing, including the change and the maintenance charge and everything, that would cost you somewhere around 15K for both the brake pads. When I say both, in front you have two discs, so that's like 4 brake pads, and in rear two, that's 6 brake pads. In total, somewhere around 15K. And then the most important thing is the chain. The chain is not of that great quality, but it's not that bad. It's been 11,000, the chain and sprocket. And even in the last inspection, what they said is it's in a very good condition. So it can go another 10,000 kilometers very easily. All you need to do is to make sure that you lube the chain properly, and clean it properly, and change it, or so not change it, I mean clean it and lube it properly. I have a dedicated video for that in my channel, how to maintain my bike, how to wash my bike, how to check the oil levels, how to check the fluid levels, and how to maintain your chain and sprocket. All those things are there. I will put it in the description here somewhere, I don't know. That's about the maintenance. And the last one, other expense that you can expect is the tires. It's been 11 Michelin Road 5, amazing. Even in rain, you do whatever you want. Absolutely, it will protect you along with the traction control. You don't have to worry about anything. It's a very good road tires, very smooth. And again, it would run another 10,000 kilometers. So you can expect Michelin tires to go for another 10,000 more kilometers, like 20,000 kilometers. And to change these tires, both one, front and back, you might have to shell out somewhere around 45K. Um, and for brake pads, as I said, 15,000. And for air filter, it's somewhere around 2,500 plus the service charges. If you're doing it in SE, that would cost you somewhere around 4,000 or 4,500. If you're giving it outside, then you can probably restrict it to 3,000 rupees. These are the main expenses. And in second year service, you probably will have to change the fluids, get rid of all the fluids and then refill it. So about the second year service, I will definitely make another video where I will explain and walk you through all those details. Now, when I took the bike back in 2022, 23, so the bike costed on-road price for the bike was somewhere around 11.5 lakhs, on which obviously Triumph Coaching gave me a decent discount of 50K. Then on top of it, I did purchase some accessories which I had to pay, starting with the Quickshifter, which is the most important thing, right? Without Quickshifter, you cannot experience the thrill or the adrenaline of this 660cc, right? Then comes the engine cover that covers all three on the other side as well, right? It covers the engine, protects you in case if you drop it, so that it doesn't scratch the engine. It's just the cover that you have to change, which again costed me somewhere around 15K. This one Quickshifter was around 35, now it's around 40K. Then comes the frame slider. Again, when the bike falls, in case if the bike falls, touch wood, it hasn't and it would not probably in the near future. Again, this one protects you so that if it falls, it's this instead of all the fairings, which is very costly compared to this, which is around 15 or 18K. Then comes the handguard, again protects you when the bike falls, the handlebar and it's the side, it protects you. And in case if some vehicle comes here or if you get into some accident, it protects your fingers. If it hits some edges, it protects your fingers as well, which is also decent, but I would suggest you to go for barkbusters if you can, right? This is also something that's good. It goes along with the aesthetics. Then other thing is the lighting of this vehicle. If you look into the lighting, the low beam is just on one side. It's not on both sides, right? So only if you put the high beam, then only this light will come into the picture. So at night, that's not enough. So I didn't buy it when I got the bike, but later I added it because I used to do a lot of night riding. So we bought this, what do you call this, fog lamps. That is again from Triumph. This is for this particular bike, so it's a stock one, so you don't have any issues with the aftermarket thing. And that also comes along with a switch here, which you can use, right? See, the switch, that is again an add-on. Then probably, I don't have any other accessories, but extra thing that I have done is I have done this a smoked visor and this sticker work also that we have done. And then finally, the most important thing is the top box, which can definitely carry my helmet, probably two helmets, and also the panniers as well. So there are a couple of panniers that comes along with the bike. Overall, all these three will cost you somewhere around 1.2 lakhs, right? So sorry, I was getting a call. So yeah, top box is very useful, especially when you're touring. It is worth paying that money. Or if you don't want this, then you can go for aftermarket top box or panniers as well. That's about the accessories. Every bike comes with some flaws, and even in this bike, there are a few things that I feel like could have been better. And the most important thing is uh, this one, the visor, right? It manages to deviate most of the air out, but whatever that comes up, even if at the tallest level, it hits your helmet. Now, when you're on a highway cruising, when I went to Bangalore, like 750 kilometers, that's like 6-lane highway, and like a lot of wind, a lot of crosswinds, um, it pushes you back, right? Now, there I would probably buy some clip-ons from Amazon and extender, and I would probably use that. That would probably help me with the buffeting. Now, I know that in the latest Tiger 800, they have some fairings here to reduce that buffeting that comes and hits your body. That probably would help. That's one thing that I would definitely want to improve, but I know why they have not done that, because it would become really tall and that would kill the aesthetics. That's why Triumph hasn't done that, even though they are aware of it. Second thing is about the uh, under vehicle belly, right? Now, you see this one, how it goes, and the oil sump. These are the two things. The ground clearance is not that great. When I took the bike initially, I did scrape it multiple times, couple of times, not multiple times, couple of times. But then I learned how to use this bike not to, when you have this hump, especially in where I am, I'm in Kerala, and here you have a lot of road bumps, humps, not bumps, humps. And if you pull the brake and go in, then the suspension really goes down and the height reduces, and the chances of you scraping the underbelly exhaust or the sump is high. So don't apply the brake, reduce the speed before you approach the hump, and then take it through. That would definitely help you. Something that I would like to change is the exhaust, probably more upwards in the coming back. Although it looks good, but when it comes to purpose, if you want to off-road, it's not possible. It's purely a highway machine. What else I could have improved or could have been better is this top box. When side panniers are absolutely fine, just the top box, when you are riding through a bad patch, it makes a sound, clicky sound. And especially when what I do is I keep the mic somewhere here and I record the audio, and this one is clearly visible or audible, and then not visible, audible in that. So probably they should do uh, some magic to get rid of that sound, right? And last, the seats, although they are comfortable, I did travel 750 kilometers and more than 15 hours of travel in a day. These are bit towards the hard, not hard, I won't say. This is not that thick. If you see here, whatever that is, it is soft. But after a period of 1 hour, 1.5 hours, it becomes, you can feel that hardness in it. So you have to take a break, then you're good. But if they could improve the seating capacity, I liked how they have done, what they have done in this Daytona 660. The seat is absolutely nice. It's the cushion is really nice. So probably in Tiger 800, that's how it is. Unfortunately, the new Tiger 660 or 800 is not available in India as of now, so we cannot say anything about it. Apart from that, what could have been better is the brakes, the front brake. It's adjustable. You have 5 levels in which you can adjust the reach, but the clutch is not adjustable. So if I have to change, then I have to shell out somewhere around 7,000 rupees, including the labor, right, for the change. So probably in the new edition, hopefully they will bring that change. And that's mainly about the physique. And when it comes to technology or electronics, it doesn't come with different levels of traction control. It's just one level of traction control that you have. You can just turn it off or turn it on. So it's a bit intrusive. Now, if I'm a person who doesn't want it to be too intrusive, I would like to adjust it like how it is in Ducati. Then when it comes to highway riding, cruise control is one a big thing that's missing in this. You don't have cruise control, so you have to do some manual work, buy some aftermarket things from Amazon and do it. Then when it comes to ABS, it comes with ABS, but you cannot turn it off. So it is something that you cannot turn it off. So if they could make it switchable and if you could select the levels, that would be great. That's something missing. So cruise control, ABS, traction control. Then it doesn't come with cornering ABS or traction control as well. But overall, the bike is very stable. I never felt like it is needed. But if you want all these features, then it is missing in this Tiger 660. Then the Quickshifter is one addition that I have done in this bike, which is doing an amazing job, although it is faulty right now and the replacement is there in the SC. I'm yet to go there to replace it. So Quickshifter is something that you have to shell out around 40K, which is not a normal amount. That's too much. 20K is decent, but 40K, it's double the price. So that should have been standard. Now, that's where the new Tiger 660 changes everything. So it comes with a quick shifter as standard, cruise control as standard, cornering ABS, cornering traction control, but I'm not sure about the level selection of ABS or traction control. And that's also compatible with all the Panniers, even the 800 and 660, new 660, they are compatible with all these things. So these are my observations, my views of this bike. If you ask me if I will buy, if someone takes this bike, if the SC takes this bike for a good price, then I would definitely upgrade it to the new Tiger 660 or 800. That's a separate debate, separate topic. I will definitely discuss about or compare those two bikes. Unfortunately, the bike is not available, as I said, but with whatever information that I have, we'll definitely do a video, a comparison video, whether I will go for it or not in the next video, right? So that's all from me. If you have any questions, do drop in the comment section. And if you like the video, do share it with your biker enthusiastic friends or people who love or ride or love to ride motorcycles. And do subscribe to the channel so that I can create more videos. And finally, I would like to say thanks to Aghosh, who is behind the camera, who is doing this amazing work. Without him, probably I wouldn't have come or taken this effort to come here. So it's a team effort. So do follow his channel as well. He is also planning a new channel. I will put the link in the description or in this video here. So thank you. And if you come to Trivandrum, don't miss out this place. It's a beautiful, you can probably show the location, Aghosh. It's an amazing view. Come in the early morning, come in the evening. Don't miss out Varkala. I know all of you come to Varkala. If you come to Varkala, come here, go to Kollam and the nearby place, Kapil Beach. Enjoy the ride. Go through this road. Don't take the highway. That's my suggestion. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.